everyone, back to more YouTube channel. It's Chris back with my rant stroke thought of the day. And surprise, surprise, the Premier League is winding me up yet again. It just becomes a regular occurrence these days, doesn't it, really? So what's the latest thing that the Premier League has been doing? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. So the latest thing that's been floated now in the Premier League is the possibility of the opening Premier League fixtures being played over in America. That's right, America. I cannot believe what I'm reading, what I'm hearing about this. It's absolutely batshit crazy to contemplate this type of stuff. But apparently, the Premier League haven't ruled it out, which is no surprise to anybody. The Premier League will sell any part of the soul of football to the highest bidder to make as much money as humanly possible. So how is this all coming about? So basically, this has been driven by a huge TV company over in the States, NBC Sports. And their chief guy, John Miller, it's Miller time, clearly. John Miller has been talking about this, and he said that, I mean, Newcastle are probably part of this problem as well, actually. So, sorry about that, guys, but we are. So we went over to the States, and we partook in this mini Premier League tournament, the kind of Super Six, whatever it was called. It was ours, there was Brighton, there was Villa, I think, Chelsea, maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to remember who the teams are, to be honest with you. But we were over there. And obviously there was over 250,000 fans that attended these 7 or 8 games, or it was over a 3-day period. And that has whet the appetite for the Americans and for NBC Sports to float this idea of the opening Premier League fixtures being played over stateside in New York City. Now, John Miller has been talking about this, and he's really driving this, and he's buzzing the growth and the interest in the MLS. Obviously, since Messi's gone over there as well, more and more people are interested in football and the Premier League, and more people are consuming the Premier League. Now, I have a real issue with this, and straight away I'm going to get this out in the open. I have no issue with American fans. I love American fans about them. In our comments, they're absolutely brilliant. I saw videos of them in that tour, and they're great fans. They've come over to James Park and everything else. Absolutely brilliant, right? But they are 3,000-4,000 miles away from the UK, okay? The English Premier League is played in England. It's not played around the world. Champions League is played around Europe, but the English Premier League is played in the country where the fucking league is, and that is England. So the thought of playing Manchester United versus Chelsea, which is one of the fixtures that apparently they're looking at, over in New York City, which is 3,500 miles away from Manchester, a 16-hour return flight is absolutely fucking ludicrous for the first 2 or 3 league games. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. Not to mention, you've got a summer tournament as well, where loads of players are going to be fatigued from international duty. It's going to be bad enough for them coming back from mainland Europe, playing football, going away with their families maybe for 4 or 5 days, and then get straight back into pre-season training. To then fly them 3,500 miles to the other side of the fucking world to play against Chelsea, just to get more revenue and allow the American fans to consume a Premier League game is fucking mental. It's absolutely mental. Pre-season tours, no problem. Go over and play pre-season, play against each other in pre-season. That's absolutely fine. That's the chance for the American fans to see the players in the flesh, to engage with them. The Premier League do loads of interaction things. Newcastle are very, very American heavy, with Darren Eales in particular. Now, there's good sides and bad sides of that, but Newcastle are very, very interested in grabbing that American market. But I totally disagree with this. I really, really do. I mean, could you imagine young Timmy from Manchester, who's just got his first season ticket? He's looking forward to going to the game with his dad or his mom or whoever it is, and they move that opening day fixture to fucking New York City. What a fuck you that is to the local fan, to the young fans, to the next generation of fans. What are they going to do? Jump on a flight and fly over Emirates first class to fucking New York City to watch a game? No, they're not going to get that. They're not going to do that. This will really turn fans against football clubs. If the Premier League get their way and push this through, these clubs, fans will go absolutely fucking mad, because people live for football. People go to football for escapism from that miserable, boring shit life that they've got. They've always got the football on the Saturday. It's where they see their mates. It's where they have a pint. It's where they go with their dads or their daughters or whatever it is. You take that away from people just to make more money, to take that 3,000-4,000 miles away in a league game. You are absolutely spitting in the face of all the football fans in the country where the league is played. It's an absolute fucking disgrace. It really, really is. And it's a slippery slope as well. They won't stop there. FA Cup finals will go over there. Carabao Cup finals will go over there. They will not stop there. One fixture goes over there, more fixtures will follow. You've only got to look at the boxing, how much of the boxing's over in Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. Used to be Wembley. Wembley was the big stadium for everybody to go to, or a bit of Cardiff or Manchester. They've taken that away now because the money is over in Saudi Arabia. These fans can't afford to fly over to Saudi Arabia to go watch boxing matches and pay thousands of pounds for tickets. And supporters can't do that either over in America. And that's not what they want. They don't want the local supporters. So if Newcastle United go over to America to play Spurs, they don't want Newcastle United and Spurs fans to hop on flights and go over to America, even if they can afford to do it. They want the American fans to go watch it, guys from Seattle, Chicago, New York, Florida, wherever. They want them to come to the grounds and watch the players in the flesh. And I get it for pre-season tours. That's absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever. Do not move the league over there. That's an absolute fucking disgrace. It doesn't surprise me that the Premier League haven't ruled this out. Like I say, because Richard Masters and the Bastards would do anything for a few quid. I don't agree with the Newcastle Spurs game over in Australia. I really don't. We've got loads of Australia fans in the comments. If it was a pre-season game, no problem at all. Right after the Premier League, like the minute the Premier League's finished, before the international tournament, it's stupid. It's ludicrous. It shouldn't happen. Shouldn't be allowed to happen. No wonder the Premier League are upset with that one. But, the international managers will be upset with that one as well. But this cannot happen because this is a slippery slope. You're opening Pandora's box, because this will bring the Super League back on the table as well, because that was the whole argument of the Super League. If you can fly to New York City to play Manchester United versus Chelsea, you can fly to Madrid, you can fly to Germany to play Munich or Real, you can fly to Italy to play AC Milan. The Super League will come back to the table, and all of these clubs, all of these greedy six clubs, they will want to push that Super League because that's where the big money will be for them. And then the Premier League are in a total mess yet again. So don't do this, Premier League. Walk away from this. This is a really fucking bad idea. Do not do it. Keep your league in the country that the league was formed and the league is played. Not to mention, likes of City and Chelsea and Liverpool and all that, they fucking moan about having to go to Nottingham Forest or Burnley on a Tuesday or Wednesday night. Well, they're going to fly 3,000 miles over to New York, are they, on a 16-hour return flight? Wait till the excuses come on after that. Even if they're allowed to do that, then Newcastle batter them 4-0 the next game. You go, I'm really tired. We're really tired. But, a long flight and everything. Well, that's your fault. You should have said, no, fuck off. We're not doing it. And, Mr. Miller, to quote one of my famous gifts, you can fuck right off. The NBC and the American networks in general, they don't have a 3 p.m. blackout. They've got access to so much football that we don't. People who can't get into the grounds in this country, they've got all that access to all them channels. So they can consume the Premier League from their own living rooms, from bars. There's loads of club groups that you see, Cincinnati, Newcastle fans and Chicago Red Devils or whatever. There's loads of fans around America that watch the Premier League religiously in their pubs and in their homes, and they have fan groups. And then they come over to the grounds, and we welcome them in as travelling fans. I'm not somebody who says you can't come to Newcastle because you haven't got an NE postcode, but you cannot move our league games over to America. You just can't do it. It's sacrilege. It's disgraceful. If the Premier League allow this to happen and the clubs allow this to happen, then it's just another death nail in the coffin of football for me. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this. Whether you're a Newcastle fan or any other Premier League fan, let me know what you think. Would you be happy for your club to go over there? Am I overreacting? Or do you think I'm right and do you think this is total bullshit and it shouldn't be allowed to happen? We always like to hear from you. Smash a comment and we'll do our best to reply to you. Play nice, no below the belts, to use a boxing reference. If you're horrible, we won't reply. We might even just remove your comment. But we always like to engage with football fans. And if you do fancy subscribing, you like what you see, smash that button. Help get us that 7,500 sub mark, and then on to 8. All free content. If you want to be a member, there is an option down there. You get early access to rant videos just like this. So smash whichever button suits you best. Have a cracking day wherever you are. And Premier League, do the right thing and do not sell any more of the soul of this league to the highest bidder, you greedy bastards. See you later, everybody. Cheers.